Alright, my name is Ryan Jones with Zizza Productions, and this is about the Celtics Viking textures for scars and tattoos on the marketplace on reallusion. This is the pack right here. I'm going to go ahead and open this pack up and go over this with you real quick. If you go into this folder right here, skins, acquired, and this, and then just keep clicking till you get to this, it'll bring you to some templates that you can quickly drop onto your character to get you started. We'll start with a simple tattoo. This will, if you go into your modify panel and click on this little button right here, and it'll bring up all your tats. You click on the one that you want to work on. This is the one that this is the picture that we're gonna start with, and of course you can go down here and change all your parameters and everything, but anybody that's familiar with Skin Gen already knows that, so I'm going to skip that. Go over here to my content, back to my pack folder, and I'm going to just double click on it again, but this time I'm going to go into stage, and I'm just going to keep clicking until I get to all my textures, and it might take a little while for some of these to load up, but you can basically drag this image not onto the character but onto this right here. So I'm just gonna drag this image right here, and it's going to change the tattoo. Of course, I can bring any tattoo I want to, or any image, and another way to do that, if you want more real estate on your computer, is you can right click on one of the images, go down to find file, click on that, and it'll bring up every one of these textures into the Windows Explorer or your Windows directory, and you can simply just drag. Oh, and you might not be able to see this folder, like so. When I right click right here, it'll give you a whole bunch of options. And one of the options that you probably can't see because my game bar is not really working right is find file. So you would just click on find file. Okay, but anyway, but since you can't see that, I'm not going to use that. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this. But and this time I'm going to go back into my packager, and instead of choosing, I'm going to go back into my packager, and this time instead of choosing tattoo, I'm going to choose one of these scars, or recently burned. Give it just a few seconds to load, and it brings up pretty much the same picture. Now on the recently burned, it's made up of 3 images. It's the exact same images, but it's in 3 different spots right here, and if you keep scrolling down, you'll see another image right here, and this is the range, and you can blur this a little bit to give you more of a range inside of your editor, but I think it looks just fine the way it is. But what you would do is you would go back into your packager and go into stage, and you can grab any one of these textures. I'll just grab this one, but I'm going to drag. See how it's still got the flames on there? It's just different. And then I'm going to scroll down to the other image right here, and I'm going to drop the exact same one on there. And then now you have your scar tattoo, or your recently burned image. I'm going to bring this up a little bit so you can see a little bit better, and then now we can just scale it or move it around where we want to. You can give it a little less redness right there. You can bring this down. There's so much you can do with, you can change all these parameters if you mess up, you can just hit the reset button and it'll bring it right back and you can start all over. But if you want to put this on his arm, you could just go to move to arm, and the arms are on one texture, and there it is, poking out just a little bit. So I'm going to move it on the, let's see, x-axis. Yeah, oh, there we go. Turn it around, and there it's on its arm. And then you can do the exact same thing. You can move it to his head or his legs or wherever you want to. Anyway, that's kind of how that works. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. And there's 69 different images in this pack. If I bring this over, it takes a little while for some of them to load because they're 4K images, but you can see them slowly starting to pop up. But if you, like I said, if you right click on one of the images, go into find file, it'll bring it up into your Windows directory, and everything will, you won't have to wait for everything to load, and you can just pull it in from right there. It'll give you more real estate to work with, and you can just drop it in right there. Anyway, thank you for your time.